I had never been pregnant before. Hey YouTube, what's poppin'? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lily here, back with another video. And today, y'all, we're gonna be getting a little personal. Today I'm gonna get a little personal with y'all. It is another sit down video, you guys, and I apologize for that. I will have more like action videos, more of me doing other things than just sitting and talking to y'all. But today I decided to make this video because it's very sensitive to me. So the first topic I'm gonna go ahead and start discussing is my pregnancy. So when I was pregnant, I had very severe morning sickness. I'm not sure if you guys have had it before, but mine was very, very severe. It was super hard to even get through everyday tasks with my sickening feeling inside that I'm finna to have to rush to the restroom. So as I say that, I'm even talking about even school, doing things that I had to do in life as a teenager. So in school, it would be very hard to stay around in class. I literally had to go and rush to the restroom about every 10 minutes.
He needs some milk.
It was very bad for me because I just was very sick. I was super sick all throughout the day, all into the night. So that's how it was for me. Several times having to wake up out of my sleep and rush to the restroom, just not feeling well at all. I was going through a case of depression as I was pregnant with my son. It was a lot of things going on in my life, a lot of things that I couldn't accept as a teenager, you know, things I didn't want to accept with family, friends, and just moving on to a whole nother place. I'm not gonna say that I was completely prepared to have a baby. I had never been pregnant before. I honestly don't feel like I was, and really, who is? If it's your first son, you know, if it's your first baby, who is? But I have learned a lot after having Joel, and I have learned a lot about myself after being pregnant and going through postpartum. So let's get into the word postpartum. Okay, you guys, so the definition of postpartum is after childbirth. Basically, after you have a child. Definition of postpartum depression would be like depression after you have a child. That mostly could be because of hormonal changes. There's several other things that may have caused it with me or other girls, but that's just some examples of what could cause postpartum depression. I want to go ahead and say now, before even going further, that it is okay if you have had or have postpartum depression. I know some people may think that others will call them weird or just not strong enough, not capable of having a baby if they have endured postpartum depression or is going through it right now as we speak. But I want to completely say that it's very common for mothers to go through postpartum after giving birth to a child. It is normal for some people to go through that. So don't think that you're weird. Don't take no BS from nobody else telling you how you should be after you just had a child. Don't take that. Baby, you just birthed a whole nother human being. Like, you just literally brought a whole nother like person, human, into this world. You just birthed like a whole soul. Like, seriously, don't take that from nobody. Don't let those things discourage you. Everyone is different, and if you did not go through postpartum, that's great, you know, and if you did, that's okay too, because a lot of other people go through it, and also it's not the end of the world, and you could still be a great mom and a great person even though you have went through or have postpartum depression. Okay, now we're going to be talking about my story. So I already went in about how I was pregnant and like the stuff I had went through while pregnant, but if you guys follow me on social media, which you guys should, if not, go ahead and go follow me right after this video, because this is very informational. You may have seen this video that I have posted.
I thought I was going to lose my whole world, but God had other plans.
You know I'm the one who put you up.
In the hospital after birth. He had to be admitted to the NICU, and he just had a lot of different medical procedures having to happen, and it was because he was premature. And I guess it was just really unexpected that he was premature. I was supposed to have Joel on April 2nd, 2020, but I actually had him on February 25th, 2020, you guys. So he was premature, you guys. So it was just very crazy that I had to, how I was feeling. I was feeling very out of whack. I was very sad that I had to leave the hospital without my son, but I did look on the brighter side, like, okay, maybe it's just gonna give me more time to go ahead and get his room prepared, get everything, my schedule, everything prepared. You know, as mothers, it seems like we're never ready, you know, especially for a newborn baby. But I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to go home and just deal with this. If you have ever had a child in the NICU, you do know that they allow you to go visit your child anytime, any day. Which that was at my hospital. At any time you can go ahead and go spend time with your baby, do some things at the NICU that have you feeling more supported and comfortable with the transition and the progress of your baby being able to come home. Going through that, I was going through so much, and I feel like it was so different, my postpartum, from when I hear other people describe their, like, little rest. I was not eating a lot. I was very fatigued, I was very fatigued. I was very, like, just weak, my body, everything. And I would start to hallucinate. I felt like I was just hearing things. I'm not sure why, and it wasn't literally a voice, but it was just different sounds. And I'm hearing this, like, why am I hearing this? It was mostly because, I'm not gonna blame that fully on postpartum, but it was because I was not eating, because I didn't drink, I didn't stay hydrated, I didn't keep myself up at all. And that was because of postpartum. So I mean, I guess it led to many different emotions. So at home, it was very hard to get back and forth from the hospital, because the hospital was like super far from my house where I was staying at that time. But you guys, I did go and see my son. I did stay by him. You know, it was very sad for me. Now, in the beginning, I would go and see him, you know, just be around him, just happy to be around my son. Then I started to get very worried and tired. I was ready for my son to come home. I was giving up on faith. It was just a lot going on with me, and it became very hard to go up and visit my son, because I would start to, like, my emotions would take over after a while. Like, you having this trouble accepting the fact that you have to wait for your own baby, you know, you're ready. So eventually it starts to get even worse. I don't know what was going on mentally with me, but I was just out of whack, you guys. So I did happen to go to a mental hospital, and you know, I was able to get all the care and support that I needed there to help me regain my strength, help me to regain myself as a mother and as a person. I was taking my meds, you know, everything just started to look brighter to me. A couple weeks later, after visiting him and me regaining my strength and becoming better and spending more time with my son, the doctors would call me, and y'all, I'm getting so excited talking about it, because that's how I felt when they were telling me, hey, he's doing so much better. We're probably gonna release him next week or 2 weeks from now. Within 2 weeks, we're gonna let him. Y'all, I was just so excited. I was so thankful, so grateful. It seemed like the world was gonna come to me. Like, I love my son so much, and I was so happy that they was gonna release him from the hospital to come into my care, because he was doing better. So, you know, a couple weeks came, and my son was back in the care of me, and my aunt was there to support me through it, the transition. And the doctors did kind of require her to watch over me and just be around when I have Joel. mostly because women with postpartum, it can get very it can get people, it's different from all other people. And I can say, luckily, I never had an episode with my son. I never those things never really happened to me. I was very happy that my son was home and within arm's reach of me. I didn't even want to put him down. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it was hard adjusting to my new sleep schedule. Now I am I am a very positive person. I am very productive in my life. I don't feel as I need the need of meds or anything. It's okay if you do. It's okay. You know, postpartum can last up to a year sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, it's just, you know, a lot of mothers go through it. So never think that you're alone. And I'm really thankful for what God has done for me in my life. I really feel like he had this calling on me, and I'm stepping forth into it. And I just want to encourage you guys today that if you may be going through postpartum and it feels too overwhelming to you, that you should seek help, because it's okay. Don't be afraid to talk to those people about how you feel. Don't be afraid to talk to the counselors, even in group therapy. Don't be afraid to talk to social workers like that deal with that type of stuff, about how you feel about after you had your baby in the postpartum part. He's grown now in life, you guys. So I hope y'all just feel encouraged by this video, and that you guys remember that mothers are very important in this world, and your son needs you, your daughter needs you, okay? So if you have been through that, or if you are going through that, just make sure that you stay with your self-care as a mother. I know it can get distracting of just need to see what your baby needs, need to know what your baby wants and stuff like that, but make sure you stay together with yourself too. Without you in the right mental state, the baby wouldn't be properly taken care of. If you're dealing with a guy in the postpartum stage, you can express to them how you feel. If you don't feel totally comfortable with talking to a counselor, you can express to the father of your child how you feel about it. Guys, I just hope that this is a great video, you guys, and a good testimony to you guys today. This is my son now, and thank you guys for watching my video. Bye.